god, this lighting is still horrific. Hi everyone, today I don't know why I'm going to explain what I'm doing in each video, as if you don't already know from the title. Basically I'm just going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine, like just really natural, what I do if say I'm like going to meet up with friends, like going to get a coffee with friends, and like what I do if I have like blemishes to cover up or anything like that. So yeah, I also asked you guys to give me questions. Also I just sanitised my hands, which I do before I apply any makeup always. But yeah, I also asked you guys for some questions on Instagram, so I'm going to answer them whilst I'm doing my makeup so that it's not as boring. I'm just going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. So this angle is kind of bad, but let me see if I can prop you up a bit. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. But yeah, I'm just taking the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Yeah, Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and putting that all over my face before I start my makeup. I just take about that size amount and warm it between my hands. Apologies for not uploading in a while. I was trying to film a video last week, like a week in my lifestyle video, because I actually had like stuff going on with modelling, and I was like hanging out with friends and like, at the gym and stuff. But every time I actually went to film, I'd film the start of the day like, oh, I'm going to this shoot, I'll film when I get there, or like I'll film the process, and then I'd literally just forget to get my camera out, or it'd be like so busy that I couldn't get my camera out. So yeah, I'm just pressing this cream in. So yeah, sorry about the delay in the videos, but I will try and do like a week in my life video when I'm next like busy and stuff. I don't want it to be just like really boring sitting at home. I hope you all had a great week. It's currently Thursday for me. I did a spin class this morning, my first ever spin class. So that was literally way more challenging than I thought it would be. Oh my god, it was literally the first 30 seconds and I was struggling. And he was like, we're gonna, I don't know what way it is, like make the resistance harder so that it like makes it harder to pedal. And I was literally like dying, and I was literally one of the youngest people there. It was kind of embarrassing. After I moisturise, I take the Benefit Professional. You've probably seen me use this before. It's the Matte Rescue one. Also this lighting is horrific. I still haven't got like a ring light or anything, so I'm just like balancing the light with this mirror. So I'm gonna start going through the questions. Let me get them up. So I've got the questions up here. I actually did get one that relates kind of like to this primer. It said, this girl's crazy. She's literally got the most beautiful skin, and she's asking, please can I have your poreless skin? How do you do it? Firstly, I do not have poreless skin. Also, I'm just like warming the primer between my hands and then I'll apply it. I do not have poreless skin. I guess you just haven't seen my face up close enough. That maybe like can look like it, maybe because I use this primer. Basically this primer says it's meant to blur your pores, so maybe that's the reason. I'd give this a go if you worry about your pores, but everyone has them. I have pores all on my nose that are like visible. And now I'm just going in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I use shade 25, and I just put this on any dark areas or like blemishes or anything that I have. Also, I think with concealer, like less is more sometimes. Even if you have like a lot of areas you want to cover, I'd always start off by going in light, because if you apply a lot at one time, it just ends up looking cakey. So I'd always apply like a thin layer first. So I've got like a like eyebrow hair on the brush. Oh my god, it's not coming off. Got it. So yeah, I'd always go in with a thinner layer first, and then you can always build up on top of it. And then I just take a sponge, literally just any sponge. I actually have like a bottle full of water that I just spray on it, because I'm lazy and can't be bothered to go to a sink. And then just blend that in. lot of these are modelling related as well, so maybe I just make this a modelling Q&A. I got a couple asking how tall I am. People have never asked me that in a Q&A before. I'm 180 centimetres, which I think if you look it up, it's like just under 5'11", which of course is quite tall for a girl, but you know, you just gotta embrace it. I always struggled with my height when I was younger, like I hated it so much. And I also went to an all-girls secondary school, so it was even worse. And it just felt like a giant over time, and especially with modelling and like with support from like close family and friends, I've learned I've just got to embrace it. And being tall is a good thing. You've just got to try and be comfortable with the height you are. You always want what you can't have, and there are so many people out there that would love to be as tall as you are or as short as you are. So I'm just going in with a bit more concealer on any blemishes that didn't get covered as much as I would have liked them to. It's actually so strange that I used to be one of the shortest girls like in my year group, and just like in any clubs or anything I used to be like one of the shortest, and I was always known for that. And then I think it was like year 9 or why can't I speak? It was like year 9 or year 10, there we go. In secondary school I just shot up. I just had a massive growth spurt. Let me get the next question. One of the girls who asked me how tall I am also said, how did I get scouted? I think I have mentioned this before in a previous video, but I was basically just scouted at a concert when I was 15 by the agency I'm with at the moment. That was how I was scouted. I was just approached by the lovely bookers, and they asked me had I ever considered modelling, and they told me if I was interested then I should go into the offices to meet like the rest of the team at Models 1 and like have a little discussion and assessment. And then yeah, it all went from there. A lot of people think like scouting is the only like way you'll become a model, but if you've always wanted to like model or find out like if you're right for it, then you can always just go into agencies. A lot of agencies have on like their websites like dates for walk-ins or times, so they do take walk-ins. It's just obviously a little bit harder if you're not scouted, because if you get scouted it often means that like the bookers see potential in you rather than you kind of putting yourself forward. But you know, if you've like ever considered it or you've been told that you should model or anything, just go for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And I'm just taking the collection sheer loose powder in the shade 2 translucent with like a stipple brush. I just take a little bit of this like just to reduce any oil in my T-zone and apply it like that. Make my face a little bit more matte. So I tend to get quite oily as the day goes on. Someone said, can you do a full split? But then they put the taco emoji. I don't know whether I'm like not cool enough to know what that means, or whether they mean like splits as in like gymnastics. I'm gonna take it as in like them sort of splits. No, I can't do the splits. Oh god, my battery's gonna die. I've always wanted to be able to do the splits though. I think that's so cool. I'm not that flexible and I wish I was. I need to like take up yoga or Pilates or something. And I think it's so cool if you're flexible and you can do all that stuff. I really wish I got into gymnastics as well. I love watching it in the Olympics. It's one of my favourite events. Next, I just take another powder. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Weightless Powder Foundation in the shade Warm Natural 4.5, just to add a little bit more colour back into my face. And I just take this number 7 like really soft brush and just go around my face, just because using the translucent powder it can sometimes make me look a bit like pale. So I just take this one to add a little bit more colour back in. Someone said, how do you normally deal with criticism? I'm going to answer it in terms of modelling, because obviously if anyone knows about the industry, it's like a super cutthroat industry. you've got to have thick skin and try not to compare yourself with like other people. If someone's criticizing you in not a constructive way, then they're honestly just trying to bring you down, and if they're trying to bring you down, then they're below you. So I know it's so much easier said than done, but you've just got to try and ignore it, not take it personally at all, because it was probably just a like a meaningless comment said by someone who thinks they know better than you, and they obviously don't. If they can criticize you, if it's constructive criticism, say from like a professional in the industry or something, then you've just got to think they're trying to help you. It's for your best interests. Try not to take it like to heart too much. Maybe just take on board what they say, process it. Definitely don't like make any rash decisions from that comment. You just need to take time to process it, think about what's the best way to go about it, and see if you want to take that criticism on board to better yourself. Because I think if someone's giving you constructive criticism, then they're literally only doing it for your best interest and to help you as a person. But yeah, if it's just like nasty criticism, then don't even rise to it, because that person obviously has way too much time on their hands. I'm now just going to take a light powder. You can literally use like any white or cream powder and a little eyeshadow brush, and I just use this to put on my brow bone and in a corner to lighten them areas up. Apologies for the change in quality, I just had to switch over to my phone because my camera battery died and I don't have a spare one. That was basically what I had to say about criticism. Also, I'm just curling my lashes now with a curler. I think these are from Lottie and like Superdrug. But yeah, obviously because I'm filming on my phone now, I can't look at the questions, but I quickly looked at one of them and it said, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? That's such an interesting question. I've never really thought about it. Like obviously I want like things to have happened in my life by like certain ages in like a ideal world. But in 5 years, so 5 years I'll be 23. So if like money wasn't an issue and anything like that, then I'd want to have moved out into my own apartment, preferably like probably in London, like an apartment in London. I'd be like way more independent. I'd want to hopefully still be doing modelling, but also maybe be like starting up my own little business, or at least thinking about it. Like I really would love to have my own business one day, doing something completely different to anything else that's been done. What else? I guess 23 is still so young, so yeah, definitely I'd love to have moved out, travelled a lot, and also like taken my parents away and like family away and that on holidays. I just want to be happy. Like in 5 years' time, I don't know if that's like really like greedy to say. Obviously I'm happy now, but I think happiness is like the ultimate goal in life, isn't it? Like if you're not happy, then I just think if you're not happy, like there's not that like satisfaction there. Also I'm just taking the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Also my eyebrows need doing desperately. I need to pluck them, so ignore the state they're in. I need to think more about that 5 years time question. But yeah, definitely happy, definitely be travelling, enjoying life, treating people I care about. Also like working with charities. I'm definitely going to do so much charity work. There's also another question. It was like, who inspires me most as a model? That is so tough. I don't think there's like, obviously there's so many models I look up to and I like admire their work. I just say literally anyone who aspires to be the best version of themselves and who hasn't given up, even though there may have been so many troughs. and low points in their career that they've either discussed or haven't discussed, and just used it as like a driving force to keep going. Also, models that inspire me are ones that do more than just modelling actually. Yeah, models that use their platform to inspire and like raise awareness to people that follow them, like spreading like really positive messages. So I'll give you an example. A model called Jenna Goldsack, she's with Models One as well, and she uses her Instagram platform to like raise awareness about environmental issues and animal welfare, and just taking the Benefit 24-hour brow setter just to comb through my brows. But yeah, she uses her social media to absolute maximum. So yeah, I love when models kind of use their voice, because I think it's so important if you can influence a number of people to change for the better, make better choices in their lifetime to kind of protect the planet we live on, or protect other species on this planet. I just kind of brush my brows upwards, it kind of makes them look a little bit more natural. And I also just use a clear brow gel to give them a more natural look. But that is pretty much it. I just take a makeup wipe and remove like any makeup from my lips, like any powder that's got onto my lips. That is my natural everyday makeup complete. It doesn't take me long at all. That probably took me like 20 minutes, even though I was like blabbling on talking. But yeah, just really natural. You can still like see my skin. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I couldn't answer that many questions because my camera died and the questions are on my phone, but obviously I'm using my phone to film now. So a little bit annoying, but yeah, that is my makeup. Also, I just realised I haven't even talked about this headband I've got on. If you've seen my other Get Ready With Me, you know I just wear this to do my makeup because it keeps my hair back out of my face. And I literally haven't even discussed it this whole video, oh my god. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.